something that happened to me last summer, an experience that still keeps me up at night. I had just moved into this old Victorian house on the outskirts of town. You know the type: creaky floorboards, vintage wallpaper, and those weird shadows that seem to dance in your peripheral vision. The previous owner had practically given the house away, and I soon discovered why. It started with small things. Items mysteriously moving around, doors closing by themselves, and this persistent feeling of being watched. But I tried to rationalize it all, like we humans tend to do. Then came that night in August. The air was unusually still, and there was this heavy silence that seemed to press against my ears. I was drifting off to sleep when I heard footsteps in the hallway. Slow, deliberate steps that didn't sound quite human. The floorboards creaked in a pattern I'd never heard before, almost like whatever was walking had too many legs. I lay there, frozen, as the steps got closer to my bedroom door. The temperature dropped so suddenly I could see my breath. Then the doorknob started to turn, ever so slowly. I wanted to scream, but no sound would come out. What happened next still makes my skin crawl. The door opened, but there was nothing there. Just this impenetrable darkness that seemed deeper than any natural shadow. And from that darkness came a sound. Not quite a voice, not quite a growl. Something that spoke words in a language that felt ancient and wrong. I must have passed out, because I woke up the next morning with all the doors and windows in the house wide open. There were muddy footprints throughout the house, footprints that started in my room and led nowhere. The strangest part, the mud was analysed later, and it contained soil components that haven't existed on Earth for millions of years. I moved out that same day, but sometimes, on quiet nights like this, I still hear those footsteps, and occasionally, when I look in mirrors, I catch glimpses of something standing behind me, something that shouldn't exist in our world. The doctors say there's nothing wrong with me, but I know what I saw, and I know it's still out there, waiting. The house is still for sale